Alright, that wraps up the Argus quest. That went way faster than I thought it would. Let me go ahead and update the stream text. And then we'll head on over to Ultima Thule. And let's see. Yeah, base Omicron. I guess that would be the closest. Yeah, let's do that. Head on over to the and start to unlock the Omicron tribal quests. This is the one that we need to do. The Café at the End of the Universe. I forget exactly what the story with this was, but this is the Omicrons are the gathering tribe for Endwalker. So I'm going to go ahead and do it as miner because we did the Kitari quest as botanist. And this quest line continues from the quest line that we started with the Stigma Dreamscape dungeon, optional dungeon. With Jammingway and N-7000 here. I don't exactly remember what it was, but obviously we're going to be setting up a restaurant at the end of the universe. So let's go ahead and talk to Jammingway and get started. The Café at the End of the Universe. Last Dregs managers Jammingway and N-7000. I think I was reading as N-7000, but that's a little too verbose for right now. Have much to tell you. Welcome, Berlian, to the Last Dregs. At long last, we're open for business, and that's not all. This unit recommends you allow the squeaky lifeform to elaborate. Please be advised that this recommendation does not extend to other conversations. For one thing, we cleaned the place up since your last visit. That counter is clean enough to eat off of. I'd really prefer not to. We've also recruited additional Omicrons to our cause. They have absolutely not better to do and are thus stationed here at all hours. Sounds like an OSHA violation to me. I fear their lack of customer service experience may prove an issue, however, so I think it best for our first patrons to be similar to the people of Etheres. You lot have been awfully understanding of our slip-ups with the moon. Yet, minor slip-ups, yeah. Like, making the dwellings 3 times the size they needed to be, you know, minor hiccups. To fulfill that objective, this unit has taken the liberty of ordering the replication of passively intelligent lifeforms based on data recovered from the Dead's End. These lifeforms now exist as tangible simulations, much like this unit itself, allowing them to enjoy cafe services. That isn't the point of a cafe, but okay. Is it just meant for training? I mean, that would be okay if it's just for training, but whatever. If you orient your ocular orbs to the right, you will find Patron 001 and Patron 002 of the Corellinian people. Sure. Oh, let's see what they are. Oh, right. Oh, these, right, from the Dead's End. The people that killed each other. Proud citizen. Prepare to die, traitor! I shall obliterate your hideous helm and your belligerent brain with it. Ideological alignment with the global company is the only way to restore peace, that, and the utter annihilation of our enemies. You would say that, mongrel. You have long since ceased to see beyond the leash around your neck, or perhaps it's that tasteless headwear that's cutting off your oxygen to your brain. You and your masters know not of righteousness. The peace you offer is but apathy, self-determination subjected to the pull of the yoke. Pray that you at least know the freedom in death. Guys, do you want a drink? As you can see, it's not going as well as we had hoped. The data indicates that while the Corellians proposed maternally... is it maternally or martially? Oh, there's no N, so it's probably martially. Martially, under the global company, the anti-establishment freedom fighters fought back against its oppressive social conditions, leading to total annihilation of both civilization and star. How lovely. Excuse me. It seems like the both of you want the same thing. To put an end to this conflict and live happily ever after. Also, to murder each other, but that didn't turn out so well for you last time. How about you take a seat and talk this over? That's not gonna work. And yet, it's working? I suppose this will have to do for the time being. For, you see, I have something even more important to show you, with me. Don't we need to stay with these murdering maniacs? I guess we'll follow you, Jammingway. Like, how do you know they're not just gonna, like, shoot each other under the table or something? Can you see it? Here at the end of the universe, a new star is born. What? I guess. Furthermore, readings confirm that this unidentified star is composed of dynamis. With the Endsinger gone, Ultima Thule should no longer be doomed to despair. Yet, what kind of star, what civilization, could have arisen out of the dynamis of this place? I shudder to think. That is precisely why this unit recommends eliminating potential threats immediately. The looming specter of a hostile civilization is not conducive to carry out current orders to live. Have you learned nothing from the Calarians? We cannot simply go out annihilating everyone who looks at us Eskins. I've never heard that before. Besides, it would be a shame to waste any potential resources the star has to offer. It's not as if we're rolling in tea leaves around here. Well, that's true. Seems like you're rolling in a lot of nothing. The unit finds the eminently killable life form's outlook to be intolerably naive. I'll show you an eminently killable, you weird-looking fork! That's the best insult I could come up with. Ahem. Anyway, I propose that, with your help, Berlian, we first investigate this newborn star. There will be plenty of time for annihilating later, should such measures be called for. If both eminently killable life forms insist, you may access the research portal from base Omicron. This unit will accompany you for your own safety. Oh, okay. Seems like a very odd course of action, but okay. Okay, where are we headed? Actually, let's talk to the guys here. Does this place even have a menu? Hot beverages are but an opiate to the masses. You both need to shut up. Okay, let's head on over to the Omicron base. And I forget what we're doing. Speak to N-7000, okay. Of all these brilliant machine-building machines, why did we get stuck with the rude one? They're all rude, Jammingway, trust me. Beyond this portal, you will find a research area constructed for the purposes of collecting data on the new star. You may proceed, with caution, to the star from here. Okay. Clear me impressed. By Stigma 4, that is. But, yeah, Stigma 4, that's right. It's the only one that made all this. Now, look sharp, Forky. Yeah, Forky. Odd-looking fork. Nope, I thought that was Jammingway. Well, let's go to the research place. What's this gonna be? Just another zone, or? Let's see, where? Oh, okay, it's just there. Okay. Okay, then we gotta go to the new star. Let's talk to N-7000 and Jammingway first. This unit has already given the order to increase the instruments and material available in A4 research. Potential enemies will not find base Omicron unprepared. You don't need to worry about that, N-7000. Apparently, if we wish hard enough, this will teleport us all the way to the new star. How hard is hard enough? I don't know, but I think right-clicking on this will get me there. FTL travel initialized. Calibrating coordinates. There's a whole lot of nothing. Oh, okay, that's the star. If Ultima Thule is governed by sentiment, does this mean this huge thing came straight from someone's heart? Initializing scan of planet's surface and core. Environmental scans inconsistent with data from previously recorded planets. No signs of civilizations detected. This unit can only assume that the star is entirely new. Well, that's really interesting. Okay. Unlike anything seen before. Emergency alert from the last dregs. Beep, boop, boop, beep, blah. Thunk. Ahem. This unit will now transmit directly to Stigma 4 from Stigma 4. Emergency alert. Customer designated Patron 001 and Patron 002 resisting delivery of sustenance. Weapons have been drawn. Please advise. Oh. Resisting? What in the world did you serve them? As proposed by the flea-ridden manager, staff first attempted to provide patrons with locally rendered carrots. They were rejected as not food. Gordona oil and Omicron grease were also rejected, despite databases indicating that these substances fulfill 95% of the criteria for designation as food. Words unsuitable for transmission also issued from the patrons at this time. Tried to give them motor oil. The torrent of verbal abuse activated the Gordona Guardian's moderation filters, causing it to set a weapon system to purge. All remaining units have withdrawn behind available cover. Uh-oh, that's not good. Projections indicate a 99.9783% chance of failure should further arbitration be attempted by current staff. Management support requested. And we leave them alone for 5 minutes, and they have the patrons trying to kill everything. I sort of expected this. After all, artificial carrots just aren't right. Where's the fresh and juicy crunch? What? That's not the problem here. Where's this slight aftertaste of dirt? Jammingway, that's not the problem here. Have you ever tried any other food? This may sound far-fetched, but perhaps they don't like carrots? I don't know why anyone would bother pulling other things in their mouth when there are perfectly good carrots lying about. But very well. I suppose we'll need to concoct some sort of nutritious admixture? Kinda? Data indicates that cultivation prospects in Ultima Thule are abysmal. To manufacture ingredients would require a dedicated production plant. Well, let's build one. Given the fate of our aforementioned carrots, that simply will not do. But what of this new star? Could it not be used to cultivate the fresh culinary ingredients we need? Or maybe you should just get Tataru to give you your own island. And then grow your crops there. Ah, I can see it now! Our customers' contentment upon tasting the most delicious and nutritious cuisine they've ever had. The sight should delight me as much as 100 carats of happiness, at least. Right, Jammingway. Oh, right, this is made from Dynamis. That's right. Goodness me. Interesting. So basically, if we will something hard enough, we'll be able to make it. Scanning soil, acidity, moisture content, and temperature within acceptable parameters. It's soft under my paws, as if it's simply begging for cultivation. Indeed, analysis indicate that 56.2% of cultivators registered to database during prior conflicts from organic civilizations would be suited to this environment. Did this star grant my wish? I suppose, given the nature of this place, it's not unreasonable to believe that residual energies from Midion's nest could be coalesced into a new star, nor that said star would be susceptible to emotion as the rest of Dynamis around here. This theory is excessively convenient, but the data does not contradict it. True, but it seems to be the case. Your ability to insult me, even when we're in agreement, never ceases to amaze. Fortunately for you, I have better things to do than bicker with a bucket of bolts right now. Oh, magics of creation, I feel that craving deep within my soul, and grant me endless carrots! That's not gonna work. Perhaps gluttony does not qualify as an emotion. Bugger! Yet my hopes for the cafe do, apparently. Unlike my, however sincere, visions of carrots, specifically, that intangible hope for a potential future took form as a tillable earth, in which case perhaps the joy of as-yet-realized possibility is the key to success here. Thus shall we call it Elysion, a joyful land, well, where our hopes may come to rest. Is it supposed to be Elysian? Because I know Elysian Fields, but it's spelled different. I'm going to call it Elysian just because I think that's the word that it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that. The mythology at work here remains alien to this unit, but the overexcited organism's speculation has merit. Dynamis has been demonstrated to make the impossible possible. However, the data also shows that it leads itself as easily as to ill as to good. If the beings of Ultima Thule succumb to despair once more, the consequences will be dire. This unit does not even need to run the calculations to be sure. How boring. Oh, boil my carrots! I forgot all about the customers. We must attend to them with all haste, lest they warp the nature of the star. Yeah, probably shouldn't leave the guys with guns alone together. Proceed to A4 research? Yes, let's head on back. Okay, it's up here, right? Yeah, last dregs. Proud citizen and defiant citizen. Do I look like a peacekeeper to you? That metallic taste will haunt me till the day I die. Oh no, they actually had to eat it. Yeah, this is what I get for breaking bread with the freedom fighters. My mouth is still oily. Those poor guys. This unit must admit that its projections were insufficient for having failed to anticipate this outcome. Oh well. Can't win them all. Please, if you would just sit down for a nice calming cup of tea. As if we would fall for your ruse a second time. That food you served us made me long for the days of chewing boot in the trenches. Deeply though it pains me, I must agree. That was the least palatable vegetable I have ever eaten, wartime or no. If I die, my blood is in your hands. Heavens, we can't have that. We wish only to satisfy our customers, to bring them joys that they may never again fall to despair. What dishes would bring you joy, if I might ask? Everything we typically eat, from beans to beef. It's manufactured according to the specifications that I could not begin to guess at. But I would take anything even approaching normal at this point. Perhaps a salad to cleanse the palate of that horrid oil. As long as there are none of those genetically modified logs in it this time.
I see. 2 salads with completely organic ingredients coming right up.
How soon your poultry gray matter forgets. There is a dearth of produce in this corner of the universe. Even on the new star, seeds will require time to grow unless he wishes it.
Oh, surely Beryllian can do something about that.
Uh-oh. I was wondering when I'd come into this.
You're a miner, are you not? Surely you must have some manner of edible flora around here, inconspicuous though it may be. And I dare say local ingredients are something of a conversation starter, so that could be the next step towards our patrons resolving their, differences. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Couldn't you just grab all this grass out here? Okay, leave it to me.
You need only relax and wait. We'll serve you a delicious dinner.
Reluctantly reviving natural resources database or reviewing.
Bing.
Promising nodes located. Liverworts growing upon stone formations in Rheatia area show acceptable nutrient composition. Based on recent analysis of customer culinary preferences, you may wish to aim for a high wort to rock ratio. Yeah, probably a good idea.
While you do that, we'll see if we can't scrounge up a few more ingredients from our stores. Though I still cannot imagine why one would prefer other foodstuffs to carrots. I must admit that I find this culinary experimentation rather invigorating.
Those poor guys. Oh, let me go get some rocks to... Wait, let me talk to them one more time. Are you planning to feed those ashen plants over there? Never been fond of ash in my mouth, though I suppose it might be a certain nostalgia to it now. I struggle to understand why you ushered us back into existence in this fashion. The wheel of time does not turn in reverse. As if I will it.
Weeds are vegetables, correct?
I mean, depends on what kind of weeds. I mean, technically any plant is a weed if you don't want it there. Alright, you sit over at Rheatia, which is right over here, so let's just go ahead and teleport. Okay, there's something. Oh, it's only level 80, right, of course. So I need 3. Let's see, can I just do this? Yeah, I can. Alright, let's head back over to N-7000. Oh, right, N-7000. Got your liverwort. The return of an allied lifeform, Beryllian, is most welcome. Oh wait, wrong voice. This unit can only hope that the organic lifeforms will now cease their whining. Me too, man, me too. Quality and quantity of provided ingredients exceed expected parameters.
Yours, maybe. I knew Beryllian would go above and beyond. Now to put those greens to the test.
Well, it looks edible this time. Although definitely very different. Needless to say, I fear for my life, and that's saying something coming from the soldier. But now that you've gotten so much trouble, I should suppose we should try it. Well, they don't have salad-eating animations. An astoundingly robust spectrum of flavor and texture. I was unaware that food could possess such pleasant complexity. Mass-produced dishes pale in comparison. What's your tongue? The global community solved world hunger through automation, you know. You lot would have scurvy thrice over without it. Still, I must admit that the flavor is unique, though we replicated a wide variety of cultivars. In our factories, just as many were consigned to history. I see now that what a loss that was. There is an appeal of having the freedom to choose what to eat, is there not? though I recognize the validity of your world hunger argument. Perhaps there is room for both perspectives at this table. As this particular waiter observed, our haste to elevate one at the expense of others has not served us well in the past. Odd words to hear from a freedom fighter, but not wrong.
That's the spirit. I'm certain you two have plenty in common, if you're willing to hear each other out. In the meantime, why not help us with the gardening? Release some of that pent-up energy that has you shouting at each other all the time. Think about it. It's honest, non-violent work. And the more you grow, the more new flavors you can experience.
Trying to recruit some workers.
We have a patch of land on a new star that has your names on it. Well, your patron designations anyway. What do you say?
Those are some really long forks. I cannot claim that I'd be happier on the battlefield. I fought in the name of peace until there was not left to fight, or to fight for. There has to be a better way, maybe in safeguarding life rather than taking it. I'll find out what that is. I hesitate to align my ethos with that of a global citizen, yet it is true that we now have the freedom to choose a better future. Very well, I shall put down my arms and travel a different path this time around. Then it's a truce. Let us plant those vegetables. What an interesting story.
Ooh, I smell hope. It smells like carrots of happiness, if you were wondering. Plus, Elysium, how did I say this? I was going to say this,
because it's supposed to be Elysium, so I'm going to say Elysion.
Perhaps Elysion can smell it too.
Inconclusive and 80% nonsensical. Yeah, that's about right. However, possibilities resulting from this unlikely alliance approach the infinite.
I suppose that means we'll have to go and see for ourselves. Come along, patrons.
Oh, this is a very interesting story so far. Let's head on over to Elysian Fields. Or, what did they call it again? I don't remember. Let's talk Jammingway first.
At the very least, our Corellian friends should be able to cultivate those unusual salad vegetables you found. If they can grow here, they can grow anywhere.
Despite the small yet strategically significant chance of their being greeted by hostiles, the naive life forms has sent Patron 001 and Patron 002 ahead to Elysion. This unit suggests we make haste in confirming what effects, if any, their emotions have wrought on the star. I didn't think of that at all. It's gonna be fine, but I understand that was kind of risky. And yet, it seems to have turned out fine. Also, why are there more of them now? We sent 2 people here and now there's 6. The Corellians' heartfelt hopes for a peaceful future have taken form as the resplendent gardens. Oh, that's nice. Nevertheless, much of the newborn star remains as unto a blank canvas. What hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life? Oh, let's talk to all of them. That's probably going to be pretty much the end of this one. I don't know where it came from, but I'm glad for the sudden appearance of that agroformer. It's a relic of the days before we fully automated food production, but it will make nurturing plants much easier.
As I was considering the myriad possibilities we might sow upon this unmarred land, I was filled with a strange sense of optimism. Next I knew, there were plants all around.
Man, they really calmed down, didn't they?
The Carillions seemed to be multiplying. I wonder if these ones were pulled from the mire of despair out there, just like our patrons. In any case, we're gonna need more salad.
Right, Jammingway, sure. That's the most important thing here. Dynamis-based alterations to the local environment exceed all but the most improbable of projections. Data from prior civilizations indicates that organic customers will be pleased with the vegetation available for consumption. That's good. This unit proposes a temporary retreat to A4 research to discuss future salads and salad-adjacent matters. Okay. Let's head back to A4. Okay. There's A4, and that'll wrap... Oh, wrong way. Talk to Jammingway, and then wrap this up.
Our efforts have borne fruit more strange and beautiful than I could have ever possibly imagined.
We know Jammingway. All management units are present. This unit will now run multiple cognitive simulations of the last Dreg's future. Okay. Hopefully you're not a party pooper. Analysis complete. Simulation suggests that further consultation with the reconstructed lifeforms and changes to the nature of Elysion will both be beneficial in increasing future customer satisfaction. Overall, friendly interaction appears key to the success of Last Dreg's objectives, which are vital to the ongoing mission to live.
In other words, if we continue to value our patrons, our cafe will become an ever greater source of joy.
This unit would not make such a fanciful projection, but nevertheless agrees with the general trajectory proposed. The ongoing assistance of allied lifeform Beryllian will also be invaluable. Oh, great. Will you continue to act as a management unit, I guess? Count this unit in. I swore I'd never go back to retail. Oh no. Your cooperation is appreciated. In preparation for the next phase of operations, this unit proposes strategically repositioned Matrix Stigma 4 to this location, that it may better assist in coordinating planetary and Café objectives. Transmissions of orders will commence at your signal. Okay. The orb. Retro thrusters on cooldown, initiating matrix installation. So this is going to be the vendor.
Speaking of which, we have one more installation to attend to. Hold on. Hold still. N-7000.
Did he just climb? I guess they didn't want to implement climbing technology. Oh no. Okay.
Perfect. Now I can tell which Omicron the insults will be coming from. It also signifies the role in this operation quite well, does it not?
I guess. Crude, yet effective, this unit will consent to wearing the large-eared lifeform's primitive accessory.
Now, my loyal crew, to work! The possibilities are infinite, so there's much to be done.
Well, that thus opens the cafe at the end of the universe. Last Dreg's tribal quests unlocked. Your reputation is increased to friendly. You have achieved friendly reputation with the staff and patrons of the Last Dregs. Omicron travel quests now available through Stigma 4 and A4 research. Furthermore, you now access a wider selection of wares from Omicron N-0598. Okay. Go ahead and check what we have unlocked. I don't think there's really anything, but let's go ahead and check. Okay, that's Stigma 4. And this is the unit. Okay. See if there's anything. Yeah, we can't get anything yet because we just unlocked it. Now, these tools are kind of pointless to me because I've already got indicators. Well, except for the pickaxe, but we'll get to that eventually. Let's see, items, just dark matter and Geishel grains. Let's just go ahead and buy some more Geishel grains while I'm here. It's interesting that they only give you grade 8 here.